Welcome. This is your podcast, Powering Sustainability. Today we have a very special subject, and it's about the booming and the constructions around the UAE and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I have a very special guest today, and it's a very close friend. His name is Ahmad. Welcome, Ahmad. How are you? How is everything?
I'm all right, Pablo. Thank you for this invitation. It's my honor to be in your podcast and the Power Beer podcast. Well, related to your questions, as there are so many things are happening. Let's start from UAE, then we'll jump to Saudi Arabia and the neighboring countries, if you would like. The booming now in Saudi Arabia and UAE, it's been there for quite good time. Let's talk about UAE first. If you remember, since 2002 until now, the booming didn't stop. So projects here and there all over UAE, from Abu Dhabi until Khor Fakkan or Ras Al Khaimah or even Fujairah. Mega projects are there, medium-sized projects are there, small projects are there. But what the government of UAE have been considering is, from day one, is the waste that will be piled up from all these kind of projects. You have multiple waste, you have metals, you have chemicals, you have construction waste, you have hazardous waste, you have so many categories of waste that the municipality and the government here needs to make sure that this will be segregated, number one, and disposed if cannot be recycled, number two, and then if it can be recycled, it has to go to the correct recycling facility to make sure that this metal can be produced to another metal or to another any type of product that they could manufacture.
Yes, because in the beginning we only see that there's a lot of constructions, there's a lot of buildings going on, but there's a lot of behind the scenes that we don't see, and a lot of works that needs to be done, and of course, when you come to UAE or to Saudi Arabia, you see the big cities growing, but this is a very important matter that it's behind the scenes. We need to see it, and we need to see it as is. We need to handle for all these big constructions, for all this growing in the cities, we need to see that it's also a growing waste management to be done. So it's something that cannot go foreseen. It's very important. So you are the expert in this matter. So we will be discussing about this, and of course, whatever we can learn, it's wonderful.
See, it's 100% what you have said is absolutely crucial and correct. Crucial in a point that we have to make sure that the waste has to be first segregated, second collected, third disposed or recycled in the correct, let me call it the SOP for any department. If this is not happening from stage one until reaching the landfill or the recycling facility, it will never be done correctly. So mega projects are happening. Let me give you an example right now in Saudi, where Neom development, Red Sea development, Al Ula development, even Riyadh itself development, there are a lot of mega projects inside Riyadh. Now, thanks God that Muwan was founded. Muwan is the entity who is taking care of all waste management regulation, and they are the authority for that, to lay down all that guidelines. Thanks God, Muwan is taking care of this from stage one, and they have paid attention to it in an early stage, which is now you could see in Saudi, or especially in Riyadh now, where you have multiple bins inside the site, one for metal, one for hazardous, one for construction waste, one for plastics, one for wood, and one for glass, especially one for general waste. So now the good thing is Muwan, when they have published their guidelines, immediately all waste management companies are complying with it, number one. Number two, the clients themselves or the contractor also, he has to make sure that I have waste skips or bins matching all these categories. So Yep, talking about Saudi Arabia, it's good that they have started with it, and yes, they can make lots, I mean, of money because of these recycling things.
Of course, and these are things that if I'm a developer or I want to work with this kind of construction companies, now it needs to be part of the scope that I'm forced to comply to the rules. I must obey, and I must put, and it also comes up with a lot of education. It's like when you're trying to build a house, then you find out what kind of materials exist and how many materials exist in the world that you can use. What the work that will be done by men, what needs to be separate. If you have a ceiling, what kind of ceiling you will put. So in all these kind of things, your mind opens into, oh, there's a lot of things I need to do before I will put a single brick on the construction. And this point is very important because I can have a beautiful construction if I don't have the waste management for those constructions. It's not going to be approved. It's not going to be done.
See, that this is also an important point, that on top of what you have said, if I am as a client or contractor or even a waste management did not purchase or rent the right tools for this waste, it looks like I haven't done anything. Why I'm saying that? In so many projects, you have a lot of cardboard being disposed, and yes, this cardboard could go to that correct waste bin, but the waste bin, if you can imagine, the cardboard is just a volume without weight. It just looks big, If you will dispose it to this waste skips without, compressing them, let me put it in these words, as a simple words, you will lose a lot of space in that bin. So if you don't have the correct machines and waste management handling equipments, we call it, then yes, you have done something, but you did not achieve what exactly you want. So renting or buying the correct, for example, balers or crushers or digesters, this will save a lot of money, which is, you could save it as a client or a contractor, and you make the job much easier for the waste management contractor who will collect the waste that you have at your site, and even it will make it much easier for the recycling facility to produce another product, or even to the landfill. So choosing the right partner in supplying you these equipments, it's extremely crucial.
So it would be like a recommendation for the construction companies that they need to have a person specialist in the waste management solutions that need to they need to be there,
True, 100%, which is I have found personally in NEOM projects, Red Sea projects, Al Ula projects. Yes, there are engineers, environmental engineers, who were appointed, and I have been guiding them since even, recently. I was guiding them on what type of machines they could buy. Yes, it's very important, but this is depend from a client to client. But Muwan guidelines were exactly specific and right. Nobody could not understand. All people, if they will follow, trust me, the waste management industry in Saudi Arabia, it will be running as smooth as it could be.
I heard that there's a vision 2030 for KSA, for Saudi Arabia. Explain us that, because it's very important to know these details.
When His Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have approved Vision 2030, it's a vision which have lots of topics. Let me take the sustainability because it's our topic today, where there are 2 points attract me from that vision which related to the sustainability. The first point is Saudi Green Initiative, where they have to reach that they will plant 10 billion trees during or until 2030. And you could imagine more trees, that means a very good climate. That means will affect the climate change that's happening worldwide, the global warming, etc., etc. The second one is circular carbon economy. Means if I need to reduce this carbon emissions that goes, in the atmosphere, that means I need to reduce the waste. I need to make sure that my population understand that this plastic has to go to the plastic bins, the glass has to go to the glass bins, the wood has to be segregated, even the general waste has to be segregated. General waste, if we will imagine that, it's everything that we could use in the kitchen. Yes, but I use plastic, I use metal, I use glass, I use food. If I will segregate this, it's not anymore general waste, This general waste gone to so many categories. So with this less carbon emission, that means I already started segregating at home, or if not even at home, at the restaurants, at the catering companies, at the hotels. By adapting this strategy, immediately your carbon emission will have to drop down. And once it dropped down, that means you are in a safe level and you have a good environment for your people to live at.
Well, there's two important things that you said there. The first one, planting the trees. That's something that personally I think should have a chain effect for all the rest of the world, the UAE and the rest of the world, because we are the ones that make the contamination, but we are the ones who have the opportunity also, like they're doing in the Vision Saudi 2030, to improve and to heal the earth that we're living, It's very important. And the second also, it's very important because normally we don't have the education in our homes to segregate, even because of we live in an accelerated world, So I don't have time for segregate. I need to go to work. I need to go to do this. But then, if we just separate this time and home by home, we do plastics, we do food, we do glass, carbon in different bins. At the beginning, of course, it's more investment, but the result is that we are doing a change that is improving the world step by step and little by little.
That's true.
Coming back to the booming construction in UAE and Saudi Arabia, how can we as PowerBear, as German distribution, help them to develop all this, taking care of the sustainability? How can we do it?
PowerBear was founded in 2006 by Stefan Zek. And PowerBear was, from day one, focusing and concentrating on how and what type of equipments do we need to assist all these type of projects, or the waste management contractors, or let me say the recycling companies, and any type of industry that looking for sustainability. So PowerBear came up with so many solutions. PowerBear, it's let me put it in this way, it's a one-stop shop for all your waste management handling equipment. I'll give you an example. You need a compactor. PowerBear have these compactors. You need balers for your site to make the cardboards in bales or the metal in bales. You need a crusher for your plastic or glass. PowerBear have these. PowerBear will supply you even with the waste management bins. We call it MGBs, mobile bins, mobile garbage bins. So PowerBear could support, enhance even any type of project or client that needed any help, even if we don't have the solution right now in our hands. Due to the expert team That's what we have worldwide. I'm not talking about only in UAE, that where we have our sales office here in the Middle East, which is located in Dubai. I'm talking about worldwide. When you talk about solutions, yes, I would say that Power Beer will put all team effort onto the table to make sure we will find a solution for this client, to help them, execute or segregate or crush or.
And that's very important what you said there, that there's the expertise behind. So it's not that I will do a project or I will build 100 houses compound and I will just say they just need one bin. No, because there are different needs for a community and there are different regulations. So we need to search for a company that has this expertise. With Power Bear has everything under the same roof,
True. I'll give you an example. Some of the contractors works with Neom and Ritzy have approached us. It's just not because of that we could supply. No, they approach us because of the expertise. We have been executing quite good amount of projects in Saudi with direct with the government or with the waste management contractors, even through the government, which is I'm talking about municipalities. So when they have reached us, they did not reach us because we have a product. They reached Power Bear because, hello, we need your expertise in this. I have a scenario of 1, 2, 3. What, guys, could you help us in? So that's why I regularly visit Saudi Arabia. Al Fatah, my colleague, is regularly visit Saudi Arabia. Even Stefan is up and down in Saudi Arabia. We are all there just to, put our expertise between the client hands and tell them this is what we could do for you.
And one thing that I know is that once we talk with a user, with a customer, is that they get the feeling that we care. Because we care. We care about sustainability. We care about the right solution for what they need. So that's very important. We care. And if we can do something different that will build a community in a healthy way, in a sustainable way, definitely will be there.
It's 100% true. It's not even that we care and we wanted to do this. It's also we are following up closely with the client even after we finish the project, that we show them, which is literally this is what's happening, that we are next to you. If you needed anything or if anything gone wrong in that project, that we are there to assist you. We don't even stop at the client suggestion or the client request. We will improve what the client suggests to us or what he needs from us. We could improve this and give them our feedback. And on top of that, thanks God, we have a very good expertise in all of our divisions, from UF to the MGBs, to the urban furnishing department, to the digester machine department, to all of our departments, that our expertise will put their expertise in the client hands.
And that's very important, because now comes to mind when you live in a community. Then, for example, if you're running with your dog, and then your dog has needs, there's a need of a bin specifically for the dog waste. So there's so many requirements that the construction companies must follow, that it's so important to have this expertise that you said, because the beautiful of being sustainable is in detail. How many details you can put is how much you can take care of the environment that you're living.
Talking about details, we have done a project with Abu Dhabi Municipality and Dubai Municipality. It's where the cyclers, where they ride their bicycles, that they need a trash can, but without stopping the bicycle or their training, they wanted to dispose whatever they wanted to dispose. So thanks to our designer bin and urban furnishing department, they have designed a unique bin with the correct angle of any type of bicycles, or even for the people who's doing jogging, that they still can throw their waste without even stopping. So talking about details, this is one of the good details that the client loved the product that we have done for them.
Yes, and we can say with 100% confidence that a lot of projects will come, huge, new smart cities. It's amazing, but we also can be sure that this growing will come with sustainable solutions, and that us as Power Bear will be there taking care of these details that will make the difference. Small things there will make the difference.
That's true. And when you said like smart cities, we do have a quite good range of product that matching the smart cities. We have bins. It's a compactor bins working on the solar system. This is one of the examples. It can you could see this bin on your platform wherever is that. Even you could see it if you have supplied this to the middle of the desert. As long as the GPS could give a signal that you could monitor this bin, you could see the filling level, the waste filling level in that. So when you talk about smart cities, I'm 100% sure that Power Bear have the right solution even for the smart cities.
So we can say that as a conclusion that it's good that we are aiming to sustainability, but we also have the backup of the governments that are willing to invest into sustainability, into these smart new cities, smart constructions, and parks and malls that all will be hand to hand to taking care of the environment.
Yes, Pablo, that's correct. And I would love to leave this topic for three different parties, and they are from Saudi Arabia. Muan, number one. Number two, Jeddah Municipality. And number three, Riyadh Municipality. I would love to see their comments, on the topic that you have said. And yeah, let's see what Muan could contribute. They already contributed a lot for that, but let's see what they could also add. Of course, with Power Bear, shares, we would love to share our expertise with everybody.
Yes, thank you very much. This topic of sustainability just keeps growing and growing, and I personally fall in love with that because it's like when you take care of your health, it's for your own sake, and this world that we're living it's ours. It's the only one we have, so we must take care of it. And thank you for being here. Thank you for all these years of dedication to the solutions, to the sustainability, and of course I will have you a lot more times here.
Thank you, Pablo, for this podcast, and trust me, just ring me and you will see me here on the chair.
Thank you very much.